Oh boy, oh boy. Good morning, good day, and good evening, fellow nerds and noobs. Welcome to Coffee with a Gamer on Nerd Revolution Radio. I'm your host, Revolution Phoenix, and it is Monday, last week of the good old March, where spring has begun. We're moving our way into the summer days ahead as the sun gets closer, or well, technically we get farther away. You know, this whole like getting close yet, but it gets colder is kind of funny, just by a tilt of an axis. So, fellow nerds and noobs, hope you're all doing well. We are gonna take a look at the moon today. It is at a full moon, and it looks fantastic, and it made me realize, you know, what art, the space that we live in, is quite impressive. The moon itself, I mean, we have, you know, the constant firmament people where it's like, oh, the firmament, that we're can't land on it. You know, it's a natural satellite. The moon is 384,400 kilometers, about 30 times the diameter of Earth. The over Earth's gravity has caused a tidal locking. Over time, Earth's gravity has caused tidal locking, causing the same tide of the moon to always face the Earth. Let's see. Alright, last person on the moon was Eugene Cernan, who just passed away in 2017. Let's see Eugene Cernan. Cernan, a captain of the U.S. Navy, left his mark in history exploration by flying 3 times in space, twice to the moon. He also holds the distinction of being the second American to walk in space and the last human to leave his footprints on the lunar surface. On Apollo 17, Commander is photographed next to the deployed U.S. flag during the lunar surface extravehicular activity. Let's see. Oh, we're also going to share, I want to take a look into this. Yeah. So this is pretty interesting, fellow nerds and noobs. The dead internet theory. As we close out, or we're going to get into that in a moment. So we're going to share that little bit with you all. Captain Cernan was one of 14 astronauts by NASA. Let me turn the music down a little bit here. Go. Oh, my Lord, have mercy. Something in my eye. Okay, there we go. Cernan was the second American to have walked space, having spanned the circumference of the world twice in a little more than 2.5 hours. He was one of 2 men who have flown to the moon. I really just have like a hair that caught my eye. On 2 occasions, not obviously my scalp hair, but my eyebrow hair. And as commander of the last mission to the moon, Apollo 17, had the privilege and distinction of being the last man to leave his footprints on the surface of the moon. Up until his death, he was passionate about the space exploration, and he hoped he would not remain the last man to walk on the moon. I agree there, Eugene. Let's make you not, because I believe we should go to the moon again. Good space little landing platform for us. You know, I think there's something. I believe there's probably some minerals underneath those rocks. You know, you can't. That thing collided with this planet that we believe. You know, Earth and the moon collided. So it's got to have something. All right, let's get into the dead internet theory. The dead internet theory. is the belief that the vast majority of the internet traffic, posts, and users have been replaced by bots and AI-generated content, and that people no longer shape the direction of the internet. The theory was floating around 4chan in the late 2010s, but it was solidified and amplified in 2021 after a lengthy post describing the theory was posted on a thread titled Dead Internet Theory. Most of the internet is fake. On the forum Agora Rhodes Macintosh Cafe. Writing about the theory for The Atlantic, Caitlin Tiffany described the post as a text setting the shape of the theory to come. Tiffany even managed to contact the original poster, a California man who claimed to earnestly believe the words he wrote. His post describes a sense of unease, paranoia, and loneliness, expressing the deep disappointment of the state of the modern internet. He suggests that the AI has successfully drowned out the majority of online human activity, reshaping the internet into a more controlled algorithmic form that only exists to sell products, and ideas. But the theory goes further than simply condemning today's internet as a dull corporate slop. The post suggests that we rarely interact with real humans on our internet or even see posts created by them. He also delves into some strange ideas suggesting that the popularity of Raptor Jesus, Foul Bachelor Frog, and Peep the Frog memes are evidence of an evolving AI form changing its shape. Pepe the Frog memes, oh my god, yeah, Raptor Jesus. I've never seen Raptor Jesus. Pepe the Frog I knew. How are they evidence? I don't know. The post was written back in 2021 before the commercial release of ChatGPT and before AI became such a hot topic. Now the theory has become something of a meme and semi-ironic description of the internet. Last week, the Dead Internet Theory was widely cited after a post on the X drew attention to its platform's bot infestation. Which again, that's the thing I started to realize on Twitch. I'm like, dude, there's no way that these people have that many followers that are that interactive. And then it's like these bots that we create here on here started to make me think about it. Like we're making a bot to manage it. It literally will like interact with somebody and says, nope, don't like what you said. Nope. What happened with the bots on X or Twitter? The popular post on X comparing the sound of Casa to a diesel engine trying to start in winter currently sits more than 24,000 likes and 2,000 reposts. Whether the caption is relevant is difficult to say. The video was mistakenly uploaded with no audio, thus many users assumed bots were mindlessly liking the posts. Yeah, that sounds about right. This led X users to repost the video and declare that the site formerly known as Twitter was cooked. Nowadays, this is a common talking point on the site. Genuinely impressive how cooked this website is. This thing is like, yeah. Wow. Regular X users have long been complaining about the amount of inane, irrelevant, and clearly AI-generated replies that have manifested X, especially lately. A swarm of bots have descended on the site that, like flies on a turd, turning reply chains into endless, pointless pleasantries between no one. X, it's like Twitter, except anytime you post your replies immediately start to fill up scams. Scam accounts, spam accounts, and crypto bots pretending to be real accounts. But have you heard the good news about Bitcoin? Yeah. All the replies to big posts are unrelated clickbait spam. Then in the case let me just show this. There you go. Although users still manage to find witty and weird replies from their fellow humans, the proliferation of bots is affecting the user experience. Others noted that it isn't just X. Generative AI is also being used in autofill product descriptions and names on Amazon. Thought this was an edit, but I'll laugh at my ass off. I'm sorry, but I cannot fulfill this request. It goes against OpenAI's policy back. Apologies, but I'm able to assist with this request. It goes against... Oh my lord. Oh. Yeah. And this is like now coming out, so... Okay, is the dead internet theory real? Alright. There are bots out there, sure, but the theory does not describe the internet of today, let alone the 2021. Lord, my eyes. There you go. Social media sites have always taken measures to block spam bots, and still do, even as bots are evolving, aided by generative AI. At the moment, generative AI is not capable of creating good content simply by itself, simply because AI cannot understand context. The vast majority of posts that go viral, unhinged opinions, witticisms, and astute observations, reframing of the familiar in a new context, are not AI generated. The internet might feel boring, broken, spammy, and algorithmic, but we are not drifting alone in the sea of electronic NPCs. I don't know about that. This isn't really... This is Forbes, so you guys aren't... You're in denial. So, from Wikipedia, may as well go here for a moment with this level, is an online conspiracy theory that asserts that the internet now consists of mainly bot activity and automatically generated content manipulated by algorithmic curation, marginalizing organic human activity to manipulate the population. Proponents of the theory believe these bots were created intentionally to help manipulate algorithms and boost search results in order to manipulate consumers. Some proponents of the theory accuse government agencies of using bots to manipulate public perception, saying the U.S. government is engaging in an artificial intelligence-powered gaslighting of the entire world population. The date given for this death, quote-unquote, is generally around 2016 or 17. The dead internet theory has gained traction because many of the observed phenomena are quantifiable, such as increased bot traffic, but the scientific literature does not support the theory. Caroline Busta, founder of the media platform New Models, was quoted in the article in The Atlantic, calling much of the dead internet theory a paranoid fantasy. Even if there are legitimate criticisms involving bot traffic and the integrity of the internet, but she said she does agree with the overarching idea. In the article in the New Atlantis, Robert Mariani called the theory a mix between a genuine conspiracy theory and a creepypasta. Claims Hi there, Pretzel Rocks. I appreciate you singing, but only. The dead internet theory has two main components: that the bots have displaced activity on the internet, and that actors are employing these bots to manipulate the human population. The first part of the theory, the bots create much of the content on the internet and perhaps contribute more than organic human content, has been the concern for a while. In the original post by Illuminati Pirate, citing the article, "How much of the internet is fake? Turns out a lot of it, actually," from the New York Magazine. The second half of the dead internet theory builds on the observable phenomenon by the proposing that the U.S. government, corporations, and other actors are intentionally employing these bots to manipulate the population, the human population, for a variety of reasons. In the original post, the idea that bots have displaced human content is described as the setup, with the thesis of the theory itself focusing on the United States government being responsible for this. I believe more of that than the landing on the moon landing being fake. I believe that this is more real. So, yeah. The moon landing is real, in my opinion. I think that there would have been call-outs. But either way, we'll see, because humans want to explore, and if y'all think we can't do it, we'll just see. Last but not least for today, so there's the dead internet theory. Very interesting. There's more to it, of course. Take a look at your head. And we're going to give one little shout out to one of the greatest movies that was created this day in history, March 24th, 1984, The Breakfast Club. Great movie. Highly recommend it. Dare they never to ever remake that movie. That movie deserves to be in that time frame, never redone again. It's one of those things. But they like to redo movies a lot now, so who knows, they'll probably do it. Or they'll make a series out of it, probably, rather than it being a one and done ending. Yeah. Alright, nerds, noobs, let's get it on. We're gonna play a match here. Halo was giving some real flank yesterday. I was trying to chill with my buddies. Let's get this out of here. Alright. That's true. Take ourselves off for a moment here. Hold on 1 second, nerds, noobs. I'll be right back as we set up. And Halo's being a butt. Yeah, Halo had a breakdown. There you go. Alright, Nerds News. We're actually gonna have to cancel the gaming this time because it's taking too long and it's probably most likely gonna crash the way it's looking. And I get a couple other things going as we roll. So with that, hope you enjoyed the little bit of nerdness with going into the moon, going into the dead internet theory, and last but not least, of course, Breakfast Club. Stay well, stay nerdy. Remember, life is balanced. Enjoy the ride and rock and roll. Peace out, nerds.